What's up, sports fans? Bellman and Kostrowski back again. Time to talk about sports battle for the first game of the night. We got the 76ers hosting the Atlanta Hawks tonight. Obviously, the last game's a little bit crazy, and with Kawhi and Conley questionable, we'll talk about the first one. Going to add in a couple of wrinkles today, a couple other tabs that we haven't really evaluated so far. Just throw them in there and just kind of talk about what it is that we're going to be looking at.
Yeah, let's get after it. We're loving it over here and excited to break this one down with you.
Who do you think wins tonight, Philly at Atlanta?
Probably Philly, but I think it's a really close, kind of boring, low-scoring game.
I can see that. One of the things I wanted to bring up today, and that I have not done a great job of mentioning so far, guys, is over on the Sports Battle app, which you can grab at the App Store or in Google Play. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you're looking to get some free money, what a great opportunity to do it. You got fantasy cricket, soccer, basketball. They got a whole bunch of other options right there. Obviously, we're big on the basketball side of things, not so much. I'm not a big cricket guy personally. Don't know a lot about it, so you probably don't want to hear my takes anyway.
Yeah, same here.
You're big into LOL, so you already got your weird sport that you got into. Maybe I need to come up on the cricket side of things.
Yep.
All right, guys. Again, talk about it every day. Your scoring system is very similar to DraftKings. Read into it more if you want to, but I'll let it ride for the day. We've talked about the differences, but it's very, very similar to DraftKings. And then some of the big differences are going to be attack mode versus defense mode and how aggressive you want to be on the day. For you aggressive players like my boy Bellman over here, attack mode's probably going to be where it's at. If you're a little bit more of a calm player like me, not as many ups and downs, you don't get to experience the highs, but your lows aren't normally as low as either. The defense mode might be perfect for you. Nice and calm, the way I like things. I don't need the stress. Some of y'all just handle the stress better than me, and that's why you'll get those big wins that I never get to participate in.
No doubt about any of that.
All right. So first things first, we're going to talk about fantasy score, but then we got some points and rebounds and assists ones that we can talk about. Starting out with Joel Embiid tonight at 54.59. Home game, give me the over. He was god awful last game, still hit the over because of his rebounding. You talk about a low scoring game right here. That doesn't hurt him as much because he gets the rebounds then. So give me Joel Embiid on the over.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over here as well.
All right. So we both loved Trey last game. Talked about playing him over some other more popular guys on other pay sites, and that one worked out well. I do not like Trey nearly as much in this spot. Back in Philly, where they play great defense, harder spot for him. Now, I like the cut of Trey's jib. We saw him give it to the Knicks in New York repeatedly, but I'm going to take the under on him today.
Yeah, man, this is a tough one. I'm going to take the under as well. Again, I think it's kind of a low-scoring game. He doesn't get there without the points and assists as easy as a guy like Embiid. So I'm going to take the under here.
All right, next up, Ben Simmons, 41.59. Give me the under. I was wrong on the under last time. He had a monster first quarter. Slowed down a lot after that, but he was the man in the first quarter last time. But for the rest of this series, he's a little bit more of an under guy for me, so I'm going to stick with what's been working for me, with the exception of last game where he damn near beat it in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is, again, a really tough one, right on the button here. I'm going to take the over. I think he does enough steals, blocks, rebounds, all the above. I think he just gets there. Give me the over on Simmons.
All right, after that, we move over to Tobias Harris with his 37.6. I will take the over on this one. It's just like Simmons for you. This one's really, really close for me. Harris was a little bit off last game, not a big score, but back at home today, knowing that Embiid's still a little banged up. There's no Danny Green. I like Harris to have a little bit of a bounce back game and squeak into the over on this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. Squeak in there. I give him about 40, so I'll take the over, but just barely.
All right, next up, Clint Capella. Give me the under.
Same. On the road now, I don't think Atlanta is, going to win this game or anything like that. So give me the under on the next two, quite frankly.
Yeah, Bogey's been disappointing the last two games. So moving away from Atlanta, I don't expect anything more. 3 straight games hitting the under. I'm going to ride the wave right here with you as well, and I'm going to take the under on this one. I just don't expect Atlanta to be great right here. I think Philly is the better team. I could see them winning handedly. I could see it being close. I cannot see Atlanta winning handedly, just to get an idea about how I feel about this game.
Same. Agreed. All over that.
All right, next up. So we got a couple of these other side places where you can take a look at the points, the assists, or the individual rebounds. So let's take a look at points with Joel Embiid, 28 and a half real life points, over or under.
I'm going to take over. I think it's like the Embiid show tonight. I mean, I think he's the one guy that really balls. And I mean, one of the guys that balls, and much maligned after a bad performance in the second half last time out. The only concern here is that he's a little hurt, which is a real concern. I'm going to go over here, though.
So that is the concern right here. If he was 100% healthy, the over on this one would be easy for me. And the hardest part for guys like me and you is I don't know how he's feeling. I'm not in his body. Hell, his trainers and coaches and teammates may not know how he's feeling. So
Right.
he also doesn't know how he might be feeling in the middle of the game. So these always become tough for us. And like you watch a guy like James Harden go out there last night and really, really, really struggle. He didn't have any kind of a burst. That was you felt like an easy prediction. But I also wasn't going to be flabbergasted if like Harden walked into the game and was sinking outside shots and put up 25 because he's James Harden. So we never know how these guys really feel. I'm going to go with the under, but it's only because I kind of just think that Philly plays well here and he doesn't need to assert himself, so they might rein his minutes in knowing that they're going to need him for the rest of the playoffs. But shit, man, I could easily be wrong on this one.
I get that, man. I have no arguments with anything you just said.
All right, Trae Young, 27.5 real-life points. I'm taking the under on this one. I think they clamp down on him, and I feel good about the under. Not great, but good.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under here as well.
Okay, moving over to Trae Young, assists, 10.5.
Under.
Yeah, I like the under on the points more than I like anything on the assists because I think they're going to force the ball out of his hand. And he might just get some assists just because he always has the ball. But I guess gun to head, I'm going to ride with you and go under on this one as well.
I think it's all about the Philly D tonight, and they're going to really clamp down on Atlanta, and that's going to hurt, obviously, all the guys on Atlanta. And I think it hurts their points and assists. So give me the under on both Trae's points and assists.
All right, how about Simmons, 7.5 assists?
You give me the over here. I think he gets to like somewhere between 8 and 10. Just squeaks by there.
It's a tough call. I think they put the number correct on this one. I think 7.5 is a really good number to try to make us think about.
For sure.
Give me the over as well. Just so I don't have to argue with you. I'm going to ride the over as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. No doubt about it. We both agree with that.
All right, Embiid rebounds 12.5. I'll take the over. He probably won't get 20 again, but I'm definitely taking the over on this one because I think Atlanta misses a lot of shots.
I think this one's pretty easy. I take Embiid over, Capella under. I think Embiid's a man inside tonight. Again, the only injury, Embiid could leave early, which would make him go under, and Capella go over potentially. But, I'm willing to risk that.
Yeah, I see it the same. I feel better about the Embiid over than I do the Capella under. Because you mentioned already it's all about the 76ers defense tonight. I have total faith in their defense tonight. I don't always have total faith in their offense, though, as they can be a little bit herky-jerky. I have more faith in them at home, in which case Capella could just walk into the rebounds. I feel great about the Embiid over and decent about the Capella under, but that's definitely where I would go.
Zero arguments.
Okay, guys. It's Sports Battle. You got iPhones, you got Androids, download this bad boy, throw in $100, get your 100% deposit match, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, guys. And just to note, you can also do like player battles between these, so check that out as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options out there.
Yep.